Okay, folks, so there was a specific stock that was all the buzz at the end of 2020, but then people forgot about it. They went, shh, it got all quiet. We need to talk about a sleeping stock that is just starting to wake up. This is an infamous company that people were saying back in October and November would be one of the biggest winners in 2021, and all the reputable folks from Wall Street Bets to the Weeble comment section were saying that this was a huge buy. But after its big show and hype, it pretty much did nothing for weeks. I myself covered this stock on the channel last year and made some predictions back then. I even briefed on this one for ZipTrader U members literally every day for the last few weeks, saying watch this towards the end of January as it has a big catalyst coming up. I've been warning for weeks that towards the end of January this stock was going to be a huge player. And after hammering it for weeks, Friday was the first day that I myself forgot about it. And guess what happened Friday? Well, it popped 25%. There's nothing better than putting the work in, being right, but then completely missing it. But welcome to the stock market. If you don't know what stock I'm talking about, of course we're talking about PLTR. And PLTR is a big data analytics company that has a huge catalyst coming up on January 26th. And this is demo day. This is the day that they will demo their products in public for the first time. And as you can see by Friday's price action, this is extremely relevant to talk about. And we need to talk about it before we start market trading next week. And we will indeed be talking about this violently in a few minutes. First, of course, if you appreciate these videos, my pretty much daily uploads now. If you appreciate that, the only thing that I really ask in return is that you hit that ravishing like button. And also subscribe as well. Also, if you could comment something below like hashtag ravishing or hashtag spoiled brat, that would be great because that helps us with the algorithm. And of course, this video is sponsored by ZipTrader U. If you would like to learn how to trade, would like access to our private chat, and our daily morning briefings where we brief on my favorite plays each and every day the market is open, I will put the link to ZipTrader U in the description below, so make sure to check it out if you are interested. Okay, PLTR. So PLTR is seen as a very secretive but also very powerful data company. It's also controversially known for doing work with defense contractors, intelligence agencies, and ICE. But it also does work with a wide range of other industries. For example, last month we talked about how it's doing work with the UK's National Health Service, where it's going to be helping out with the patient care and rollout of the vaccine. PLTR also has security clients, they have insurance clients, they have auto racing clients. They partnered with Ferrari in 2017. Platforms are also used by clients like Morgan Stanley, Fiat Chrysler, Airbus, and so forth. And they are adding new clients all across the board of industries. But the thing is that the controversy with a few of its partners is pretty much painting the whole company as controversial. And it's spooking many analysts and big funds from even investing in it because of the backlash. It's also led by Peter Thiel, who is a controversial figure himself. This is the dude that founded PayPal with Elon Musk back in the 90s. He's been wildly successful as an early investor in Facebook and as a founder of other funds as well. But he often enjoys not so nice headlines. People like to portray him as the puppet master moving amongst the shadows. For example, even a few days ago, Vice wrote a story about him saying Peter Thiel got Trump to pardon Uber engineer sentenced to prison. Peter Thiel helped bankroll GOP politicians who incited the Capitol insurrection. Obviously, the whole basis of this headline is based on your politics, but nonetheless, bad stuff to be covered. Thiel also bankrolled a lawsuit that ended up bankrupting a news company called Gawker, which he then went on to offer to buy. Thiel is basically a Silicon Valley boy, but doesn't really fit in with the Silicon Valley types. He was a previous supporter of Trump. He directed Palantir to contract with ICE, and Palantir was also appointed by the White House for other biddings as well. And regardless of your politics, obviously this isn't a politics channel and I can give less of a hoot about your politics. But regardless, it's undeniable that any company that's working with ICE and any company that worked with that administration is now controversial with at least a large portion of Americans. We've already seen a lot of other companies with less of an association be completely boycotted by like half of Americans. So it's obvious that a lot of big funds are a little bit sketched out by the controversy around this. Controversy aside, this is a very successful businessman that is leading a very powerful company that offers great platforms to a wide variety of clients, not just the ones that everyone chooses to focus on. And so with this stock, what I'd say is this is a stock with a controversy premium attached to it. Because of its controversy, you get a lot of analysts that are just totally sketched out and a lot of stock rocking rumors on both sides of the spectrum. And honestly, a lot of unfounded rumors that both help and hurt Palantir. And then automatically you get a lot of people on the sidelines, both big money and small small money, they just don't want to participate in the stock. And when you have this sort of controversy, it makes it so that people are blinded to the actual value behind the stock. Now, not all people are blinded, but a lot of people, a lot of the big money haven't really endorsed this stock yet, and it's because they're blinded by the controversy. And so if and when the controversy subsides, what happens? Well, you end up getting a premium for being an early believer. And this week we could see that happening. This demo day for Palantir will be the first time that they demo their products. Demo day could open the curtains to the value behind PLTR. And it's also just a few weeks before they report earnings, so the next couple of weeks are going to be very rocky for PLTR. There's a lot of opportunity here. But if all of this new data that's available actually spooks investors, you're going to have the opposite problem. So what do we know about this company going into demo day and going into next week? Well, they said in their wonderful press release that they will be showcasing the latest releases of each platform, describing their upcoming research and development roadmap for 2021 and showcasing examples of its commercial and government work. As a data analytics company, PLTR has 3 different platforms. They have Gotham, Foundry, and Apollo. And on Thursday, PLTR put out a press release saying that in Q4 of 2020, Apollo managed 150,000 plus upgrades per week, which is up from 40,000 upgrades per week in Q2 of 2020. So if upgrades go from 40,000 to 150,000, what percentage gain is that? That's 375%. Imagine if we read something like Neo's deliveries are up 375%. Everyone would be like, oh my God. I'm looking at demo day as sort of like similar to how I looked at Neo day and how I looked at Tesla battery day. This is a day for PLTR to set a stage for the rest of the year, to talk about what their products are, to showcase them, to add publicity to them, to show investors why they should be investing in this company and how powerful it is and how the upgrades are going to go. New features, new applications, everything. This is a time for PLTR to pull back the curtains and give hype to the stock. But at the same time, in order to really understand this stock, you need to understand herd mentality and market psychology as well. You see, PLTR was one of the hottest tickers last year and was one of the biggest hype storms. And when you get massive waves of people writing good stories and touting this next generation controversial company, you get a cult following to that stock and it props up the stock artificially. It helps prop up a stock based on rumors and often over-exaggerated rumors of potential and fear of missing out. Basically, in my opinion, this is propped up by a lot of speculators. And going back to what I was saying earlier, at the same time of this propping up by speculators, you also have a lot of the mainstream investing establishment and big money that either won't touch this because of its controversy or got in way earlier. So while my personal take is that PLTR has some real value, it's important not to underestimate where the power is coming from here. If we can understand where the power is coming from, not only can we avoid getting screwed on this, but we can also profit off the beautiful fluctuation. Right now, there are still swarms and swarms of investors that were waiting for PLTR, and now what they're seeing is based on Friday's pop, they're seeing, hey, this could be go time, and on Tuesday when we have demo day, they could really be like, okay, we're ready, we're locked and loaded. But at the same time, when you have a lot of speculators, what also do you have? You have the opportunity for it to pop, but you also have the opportunity for it to dump. I guess they call that the pump and dump, or I call it the inflamed banshee. You have a flamed banshee that's on fire, the bird's burning, so it's going up so fast, and then the banshee eventually burns and it goes down. What we have here in a nutshell is we have a company that has legitimate value, that nobody really knows how to value, that's also controversial, that also has a lot of short-term speculators, and it's all sort of mixed in a big bubble. So I don't know how to value this. I'd love to give you a price target, but all I can say is that this has a lot of trading potential. So my take, this is something that you want to be aware of. This is something that you want to exploit if you see an opportunity. And this is something that you want to watch very closely. You want to watch it like a hawk. You want to stalk this bad boy. Stalk this stock. But anyways, folks, I appreciate you watching this video with me on a Saturday. Hope that you saw value in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in the comment section below or join us on the lovely ZipTrader Circle Facebook group. Anyways, folks, have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.